Hey, what's going on, everyone? Aaron here with Maz Real Estate and the Bowman Realty Group. That is my team with inside of Maz Real Estate. So you're thinking of selling your home. Do you do it for sale by owner or with a real estate agent? And on today's video, I'm going to tell you the top 7 reasons why you should work with a realtor. Alright, so like I said, today is going to be the 7 reasons to work with a realtor. Now, I might be looking down a little bit because I got some notes with me, so that's usually not how I do it. Usually like they're up over here and I just read them, but I'm down like you see in the office slash, I don't know which one to call this, office slash studio space. So the backdrop's a little wrinkled because I was painting down here. I still have to put the floor in, so this is kind of all squished over the corner. That's why it's a little funky looking. But so let's start with the top 7 reasons of why you should work with a realtor. Now, if you are a for sale by owner, our Smart Seller program, which is specifically designed for sale by owners. So let's get into this top 7. Number 1, ethical treatment. Every realtor must adhere to a strict code of conduct or we can lose our license. So there's no shadiness when it's working with a realtor. And we have fiduciary duties when it comes to working with our clients. And we need to make sure that we have your best interest in mind. So the biggest thing that you're going to see when working with a real estate agent, or I shouldn't say an agent, somebody that's a realtor, because there's a little difference between a real estate agent and a realtor, is that you are going to have that code of ethics that we have to adhere to. So that's number 1. Number 2, an expert guide. Now, when it comes to either buying or selling, you need an expert guide in order to bring you through your transition of purchasing or selling your real estate, because that is going to be more than likely one of your biggest assets you ever buy or sell in your lifetime, unless you're a real estate investor and you buy and sell and fix and flip and all that fun stuff and have rental properties. But overall, for the most majority, the average person maybe buys 1 to 2 homes in their entire life. Now, that's a lot, because for us, we do it daily, weekly, monthly, what have you. And for the average consumer, when they buy their first home, it can be a very stressful and anxious time. And it's better to have somebody that is a licensed realtor that, 1, has that code of ethics, and 2, has the expertise to guide you through your transition. Now, there are a lot of different bumps that can happen along the way, and working with a realtor will hopefully navigate around those and alleviate some of those stressors that you might have when it comes to buying or selling your first home. Now, number 3, objective information, and my phone's ringing. All right, so like I said, we are an expert guide when it comes to buying or selling your home, and we can help navigate through those waters and help you with those transitions when that time comes. Now, that's number 3, our information and opinions. So now, you might be moving from out of state, you might be moving from a different town to another town, maybe you're looking for school systems. We can get all that information either through the town hall, online, through different record sources, to be able to tell you about information on utilities, zoning, schools, and anything else you're looking at and the reasons why you might be wanting to move to that area. We can get all that information for you so you don't have to spend the time searching and trying to figure out what's the best options for you. We can also help you determine if the property has what you need. So you might be looking for a certain type of property. Maybe you need one with an elevator, maybe you need one that's handicap accessible. These are things that we'll be able to search when we go through the MLS and through our resources in order to find you the perfect home. Now, number less, we're going to get into expanded search power. So the MLS is a very, very powerful tool. Now, the average public doesn't have access to it. Granted, you have Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com that host a lot of the stuff that's for sale on the MLS on there already. However, with the MLS, we can do a really deep search based on driven data in order to find you exactly what you're looking for. So the other thing that's really important when it comes to our expanded search power is that we also have the ability to find off-market deals that haven't come to market yet, So they kind of call those pocket listings. And we can also go through and make sure that you're not looking at stuff on, like I said, Zillow, Trulia, or Realtor.com that's outdated and no longer on the market. Because there's been times when people have called me and said, hey, I saw this home on Zillow. However, it's either been expired or the house was rented out or even sold. So there's a few different things that we can do with our search data that the average public or our consumers can't, or our clients, I should say. Negotiation knowledge, that is huge. I've read and listened to so many books when it comes to negotiations and concessions when it comes to buying and or selling. So you want to make sure that you're working with a realtor that has that knowledge in order to help you negotiate either the best possible purchase price or the best possible sale price. Now, I normally work with sellers, and my partner, my team member, Miriam, she normally works with buyers for right now. And that way there we can focus on one thing. Now, we both will do both depending on the situation, but you want to make sure that you have somebody in your corner that, like I said, the very first one, being ethical, in order to make sure that they can ethically negotiate your purchase and or sale. So keep that in mind. We go through, well, I shouldn't say we all do. I've gone through a lot of different negotiation books and techniques in order to help get the best possible price for my clients. Now, number 4 is an up-to-date experience. This kind of ties in with some of the other ones where I was talking about you only sell a few homes in your life. Now, like I said, we do this on a daily or weekly or monthly basis, and the thing is that year to year laws change. Like a big one is the Dodd-Frank law that came out a little while ago, and you need to know that you have somebody that, one, again, is ethical and in the know-how, that has the knowledge in order to make sure you're doing everything legally. Because even a for sale by owner, they're still tied to making sure they don't break any laws when it comes to buying or selling a home, which is a huge one in my book. It's pretty much close to up there with number 1 with being ethical and having the code of ethics that we have to adhere to, is being an emotional rock. Now, much like psychiatrists, and so are we. We are there to listen to you, hear your gripes and your complaints and what you're not happy with, and to be able to let you vent on us so you don't keep all that stress built up inside you. Because for a prime example, I just had a home that sold, and we had gotten a lot of extensions, and my seller was getting very frustrated. And I had to explain to him that this is sort of common because the other party had a home to sell first before they could buy your home. So that's why things kind of get pushed off. Now, being an emotional rock is a great thing, especially if you're buying your first home or even selling your first home after being there for years, because you have the emotional, sentimental contact to it. And, buying your first home is, like I said, a very big purchase. So you could be pretty stressed out spending $150,000 to, say, $400,000 on your first home. Now, it's very important that you have somebody in your corner that you can go to, and like I said, you can vent, you can unleash your unhappiness if you happen to have some, or your frustrations with the whole purchase process, because there are things that are going to show up, even the sell and the purchase. The big ones are appraisals and home inspections, and those can get very frustrating, and who better to talk to than your realtor that deals with this on a daily basis. So those are my top 7. Again, number 1 is ethical treatment. Number 2 is an expert guide. Number 3 is objective information and opinions. 4 is expanded search power through the MLS. 5, negotiation knowledge, which is huge. Number 6, up-to-date experience, keeping you legal. And number 7, your rock during emotional moments. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching the top 7 of why you should work with a realtor. And make sure you smash that subscribe button. Like this content, please. It really helps us out and makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside. And please leave your comments down below and let us know what you think about the content. And we will see you in a couple days.